Ask almost anyone what Solana is, and you'll hear the same thing. It's the fast, cheap Ethereum. True, and the least interesting thing about it. The speed isn't the story. It's the receipt for a bet Bitcoin and Ethereum both refuse to make. Start with what each chain is actually for. Bitcoin does one thing. It's money. It stays deliberately slow and simple because that's exactly what makes it almost impossible to capture or change. A handful of transactions a second, by design, not by accident. Ethereum wanted to do more. It's a world computer, a network you run programs on, where DeFi, stablecoins, and most of crypto's apps live. That's the same job Solana is chasing. But Ethereum got popular, got clogged, and made a choice. Keep the base layer small and hard to centralize, and push the speed outward onto separate layers stacked on top, the layer 2s, like Arbitrum and Base. Spread the workout. Solana bet the other way. Instead of spreading the workout, it put everything on one blazing base layer. The trick is a built-in clock called proof of history that stamps every transaction with a verified time, so validators don't stop to agree on what happened when. They just process in parallel at full tilt. Blocks settle in under half a second. Fees are a fraction of a penny. And that speed bought something real. Solana's first flagship was a fully on-chain order book. The fast, constantly updating engine behind a real exchange, something Ethereum simply couldn't run on its base layer without choking. The original pitch was basically a NASDAQ that lived entirely on-chain. Hyperliquid later built a whole network around that one idea. But the speed isn't free. To run one layer that fast, the computers securing it have to be powerful and expensive, so fewer people run them. Solana leans on under 1,000 validators. Ethereum's crowd is far larger and more scattered. Fewer validators means more concentration, the exact thing crypto is supposed to avoid. And the part critics never forget, Solana went dark. 7 times, mostly early on, the whole network just stopped. Traders locked out, staring at a frozen screen. Here's where it gets more interesting than the meme. That reputation is half out of date. Solana has since run over a year without a major outage and shrugged off an attack that would have flattened the old version. The structural fix, a second independent piece of validator software called Firedancer, is live and spreading, so one bug can't freeze the whole chain anymore. It's not finished. The beefier hardware those upgrades need quietly pushes back on decentralization. But the brittle Solana people remember isn't quite the one running today. So which wins? Bitcoin, Ethereum, or Solana? Wrong question. It's not which is best. It's best at what. Bitcoin is money, and guards that by staying simple. Ethereum chose decentralization first and pushed its speed to the edges. Solana put it all on one fast lane, and shines where speed and cost are the whole point. Meme coins, payments, apps that need to feel instant. So, Solana's the fast one was never wrong. It's just the visible tip of the real question every chain has to answer. How much are you willing to centralize to go fast? Bitcoin said almost none. Ethereum said push it elsewhere. Solana said all of it, right here, and bet it could fix the fragility before anyone noticed. Watch whether it does. We cover crypto on the days that actually matter, with explainers when it helps. Hit subscribe so you don't miss it. We'll see you next time.